family room. I keep hearing stuff that could be from outside. What is up, guys? I am in South Blue Valley in Kansas City, Missouri, and behind me you can see this beautiful abandoned building that we are about to enter. So we're gonna go around and we're gonna try and figure out a way to get into this gorgeous building. Wish me luck. Yeah. And I'm just kind of hoping it isn't somebody's area. Like, they own it in one sense or another. See, there's a house there. I'm not too worried about that. I'm more focused on this abandoned building down here. But I'm not really seeing a way in. I mean, I could drop down. But even then, that door, that red door, that's definitely locked. Although there is a... Alright, you know what? Alright, I'm gonna have to put my phone down, but I'm gonna see if I can get down there. Just kind of had to jump down that ledge to get here. And I don't really have big expectations for this one. But let's get inside and see what we can see. So the intro is barred, obviously. Let's try it though. Alright, so it looks like this window is my only option. Yeah, there's just not a lot going on in there. Like, I can see everything from here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna climb back up, get out of here. There's nothing here. So guys, that was a no-go. But we've still got some options. Hey, it looks like a cross. We've still got some options across the street. I'm gonna take the phone off of me though. Don't really want to draw attention. So let's try some of the options across the street. So there's some potential here for something interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna go that way. This one's just insanely cool. With the old Victorian old brick building. So we're gonna check it out from the sides. There's a window there. That's pretty sturdy. Bars on the rest of the windows. Alright. Check around back. Alright, I think I can fit through this. Let's just do this quickly. We're in. I squeezed through that. So this place is freaking amazing. I don't know, that chair is kind of freaky though, huh? So my guess for this room is that this house is that it's residential. Or it was residential. Not a business. But I'd say like maybe even late 1800s. Early 1900s. Just by the brick outside, so we've got steps up, which is perfect. Some shelving here. So yeah, this is perfect. just walking slow just because it's probably a good idea to walk slow. It looks like the front door's wide open. Alright, we'll go to that floor, but first we're going to do this floor. This is crazy cool. This is a very old home. Old fireplace. Is that a mirror? Yeah. I don't know when this like mosaic thing was in style, but construction finance provided by Bank McWest. Just some random bricks. What are they stamped with? Diamond. So my guess is living room, even though there's this weird sink there. This could have been guest room maybe. There's no street art in here, which makes me think people just don't come in here. Closet. Probably for the guest room. This is a big house. I mean, the amount of rooms here is just insane. Another closet. So there you got a bathtub. So they had, obviously, plumbing. So that puts it 1900s, right? They had indoor plumbing. It's the claw bottom. This is just trashed. This room is just trash too. Like, I wonder what happened to this place. You know what I mean? Like, why did it go to decay? Like, it's an impressive building. This would have been like maybe a study. Somebody's study. Like, you could put books behind there, the shelving. Would have acted as another entrance. Oh, looks like it was tile floor. And it looks like they had their walls painted, not wallpaper. So, again, I don't know what that means for time-wise. So this room has exposed brick, which is really pretty. Yeah, it's really cool. I can imagine this is just like a studio. And these like really tall windows. Like, this probably would have had a ton of natural light. The exposed brick is just beautiful. There's no closet in this room, so maybe this was a family room. I keep hearing stuff that could be from outside. Alright, this is wallpaper. Yeah, it's wallpaper. So some of it at least would have been wallpapered. Looks like people punched holes in there. These look like almost like dog prints, right? That may be the main entrance because it looks pretty grand. This would have been a very wealthy family, that whoever built this. And now, I don't know, maybe it's just worthless. There's another closet. This could have been sectioned off as apartments too. Okay, we came from that way. So we're gonna go, I guess this is like the main entrance. Less grand though, and this is more like 80s vibes and 90s vibes, maybe on the sides here. And the carpeting is definitely 80s. They would have a porch overlooking the main street. Just gorgeous. This may be just an entryway because it's rather narrow. There's a Kansas City. It looks like yellow pages. Let's see if we have a date. (2011, 2012). Find it here. Just a closet. Maybe a bedroom, but very narrow for a bedroom. Maid's quarters, maybe? This would have been a wealthy family. So this is weird. Like the conference style chairs. Are they having a conference in here? This room would have just been like glorious, I think. The fireplace, the natural lighting on two sides. This big open archway going out to the porch over here. These kind of blinds are like what, 90s vibes? All kinds of different decades going on here. And then the other clawfoot bathtub. That to hold wood. Like just like really grand in here. So it looks like they had cable, so that puts it at what, 70s at least. But we saw a phone book from 2011, so maybe these were apartments. They could have divided it up because there's just so many bedrooms. I can't imagine one family would let this fall to decay. That looks like it's a drop from like a, you can drop things down there, you know. I've seen these in a lot of older buildings. They act as like chutes. It's a bathroom. A good size bathroom. When did we put those on the top of the bath lid? It's hideous. And look at how high the toilet paper is. You have to be like 9 feet to reach it. There's a closet in the bathroom. I'm guessing probably the clawfoot tub in here. These are for, you know, hanging towels, hanging whatever. So maybe a sink here, maybe a desk here instead actually, and then they hang their towels there. Maybe a mirror. This is obviously a medicine cabinet. I don't know when they looked like that, 70s. This is the very back of the house. Yeah, it's tough to say what this would have been. But the exposed brick is just so pretty. They probably didn't have this because this wasn't fashionable until like the 2000s to have exposed brick inside. So my guess, see, you can see there's some plaster already on there. I think all this exposed brick was probably this, which is so hideous. I mean, by 2020 standards, you know. But I don't know, in the 70s, 80s, this is probably what everybody did. A lot of weird clothing and items here, though. Flip-flops. Like zebra skin blanket. It's just really random, isn't it? Fake tree. Like this could have been somebody's studio, right? If they rented these out as apartments, and could have been female maybe by the shoes. And this is maybe just some of her stuff. She had a fake plant in her apartment. She would have had a pretty decent apartment, you know. So it looks like, coming in here, it looks like there was a fire. And that's what finally did this place in. Just like a massive fire, and they didn't, like electrical maybe, because it's in the walls. And just they figured the amount to repair it didn't make sense. So it's just kind of chilling until somebody figures out what to do with it. Demolish it probably. That's, I mean, my guess. And like, who knows if this wood floor would have been exposed, or if it would have been, I think it would have been. It doesn't look like there's any much carpeting except for on the stairs. But a lot of closet space, a lot of what you would consider bedrooms. This is like a 7-bedroom house. That's why I think it was probably made apartments. But I'm not seeing any like doors here that say like 1A, you know, or like 2A. Or 3A or whatever. It still looks kind of like a single home dwelling. And like when we were using these, I don't know, 80s, maybe 80s, I don't know. Ceiling fan. I don't mind the color of this room actually. Actually, I do. I don't like it. This is kind of creepy though, that kid stuff. Look at how tiny that is. That is tiny. Yeah, the kid stuff really creeps me out. Little loss. Oh, so tiny. So cute. Look at how cute that is. So how does that get left behind, you know? Maybe there was a fire around 2011. It ruined, let's say, 60% of the building and the roof. And the owners were like, F it, you know, we're not gonna put, you know, $4 million in, oh, it's wide open. We're not gonna put $4 million into restoring it. We'll just leave it for now and figure out what to do. So I'm gonna just kind of jaunt out here. Yeah, would have been a cool, very cool porch. So we're gonna go back. Okay, this carpet though is just hideous, isn't it? Absolutely hideous carpet. It looks like they only had one way upstairs, one walkway upstairs. But a lot of bedrooms. So we've already been through the first floor of the house, so we're going to go back down into the basement. And that was really hard to clean. Oh wait, I think this is just the bulkhead. Yeah. So you could come in through here. But they must not have the bulkhead doors anymore, so. VHS. I love seeing VHS, it's so cool. Alright, so I need to turn it off because that's really hard to slip through that. So here's the side of the building here. This is just a mansion. Like an absolute mansion. Really pretty. I don't know what street this is. I'll have to look it up on Google Maps. The grand entrance in, and then there it is. Boom. So guys, that was the mansion on Wabash Ave. Hope you enjoyed it. It was super cool inside there. It's super cool from the outside. Just a super cool mansion. And too bad it just fell to decay. And I'll see you in the next video.